Hello, YouTubers, and welcome to the first episode of the Tadpoolers chat, which is obviously a takeover chat for Ehonda, who bitched out tonight and refused to actually do a chat because I'm pretty sure he fell asleep. That's what it was. Probably the Yankee doing whatever there. Actually, no, he probably took
Tadpoolers
some
and bonus
NyQuil and
holers.
fall asleep jerking off or something, probably. But anyway.
Tadpoolers and bonus holers.
Fall asleep jerking off or something, probably. But
Somebody's echoing.
Yeah, it's my
Yep.
top. Mute him while he's figuring that out. But yeah, so we're gonna be here for I don't know, maybe an hour or so. Bullshitting. I got a couple different stories I pulled up here about some stuff, and we'll discuss some things. Obviously, the main thing to talk about tonight is that Alex Jones is back on Twitter finally. After what was it, like 5 years, 6 years ago now?
Oh, it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute.
And of course, you had all the people that are all like, "Oh, it was about Sandy Hook," and then it wasn't about Sandy Hook. Obviously, it was about him confronting that one douchebag from CNN.
Yeah.
Oliver Darcy, or what the guy's name was, or whatever. And yeah, then a bunch of people are freaking out, and like all the people that are all like all about Sandy Hook were all like, "Oh, this is some bullshit," and and defamation this and everything else. Like I'm like, you're the same motherfuckers who've been defaming and slandering Kyle Rittenhouse for the past 3 years, dude. So fuck y'all.
Yeah, exactly. So let me ask you this: since it's your topic for the chat and everything, has there been a lot of people on Twitter /X, whatever the fuck they want to call it today, that are saying, "Oh, they're gonna basically do a mass exodus and leave X because he's back on the platform now"?
Not as far as I'm aware. I don't think there's really anybody saying anything about leaving. They were just like, it's bullshit that you have Jones not being here is what it is.
Yeah, because I know, like, when Trump was elected the first time, people were like, "Oh, I'm leaving the country if Trump gets elected," and then nobody did it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then now they're saying it again. If he gets elected in 24, they're leaving the country. Just because they hate him so much and they hate Jones so much, I figured a lot of people would be bitching saying they're going to leave.
Yeah, it's all fucking talk. None of them ever actually get the hell out of here is what it is.
I don't know, because they realize that America is the greatest country in the world.
And that's why you got people robbing rich houses now, too.
Yeah.
So, which I'm not surprised by. I had a whole conversation with my cousin the other day about people possibly trying to break into my aunt's place now. And I mean, it's not that good of a place, obviously, but it's in a rural area. So, I mean, they could if they wanted to, which is not good. So, but anyway. Yeah, I got a couple of stories pulled up, though, obviously. We got stupid bitch ex-congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee getting crushed for the Houston mayor's race.
So I saw that. Fuck that cunt. I do wish it would have been a Republican, that one, and not another fucking Democrat, but at least that dumb bitch
the thing is, I've realized, too, when it comes to a lot of these people is, as they used to call them, blue dog Democrats. Because the guy she lost to was a tough on crime state senator there.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm wondering, honestly, if this dude isn't really only running as a Democrat because he couldn't win otherwise, is what it is, kind of thing.
Kind of like a dino.
Sort of, yes. But yeah, since Sheila Jackson Lee lost the race for Houston mayor in a landslide victory to state senator John Whitmer on Saturday, said the Gateway pundit noted that Lee was endorsed by dipshits Hillary Clinton and Nancy Pelosi. Not surprising. Child molesters together makes sense. Let's see. What else we got over there? Pissgate. Vivek has embracing hot mic during X Spaces call. Wait, is he taking a piss? I can read that one later. But yeah, so Sheila Jackson Lee endorsed by Clinton and Nancy Pelosi lost Houston mayoral race and landslide. Wasn't even close. Jackson Lee got crushed in the runoff election. So in the social media post on Saturday, Sheila Jackson Lee urged Houston residents to cast their ballots because your city needs you. Message continued. Vote like your future depends on it because it does. Vote like your democracy. We're a constitutional republic, by the way. Rights, education, environment, and democratic values are on the line because they are. Vote to keep Trumpism and Greg Abbott's hands off our bodies, out of our schools, and away from our kids. I don't believe she has any children. Vote for Sheila Jackson Lee for mayor is what her dumbass said.
Krabby said that she told her constituents to vote on the wrong day.
Probably. It's fucking surprised me, honestly.
Isn't she the same bitch that said that an AR-15 is the same weight as 10 moving boxes?
It was either that or a bunch of bullets from an AR. I believe it was the AR. Yeah, I believe it was the AR. She also tried to claim a 50 cal was a 5.56. So
yeah, exactly. And didn't she also say something to the effect of oh fuck, what was it? Hell, I done lost it now. Fucking old man brain.
She went full white. I know she went full black supremacist a while ago, because she was trying to make it illegal for white people to do stuff. And then she also was trying to make some bullshit legislation in Congress that would basically, if someone said something like, you're in a live chat, like I said, if X, Y goes to Z or whatever the case be, and then somebody happened to, carry out Z, now I could be charged with fucking crimes and shit like that, even though I didn't say anything to go do that. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. Isn't she the one that coined the phrase something to the effect of double barrel magazine clip or some stupid shit like that?
Probably. Anyway, it said, despite Sheila's pleas, Whitmer was elected the 63rd mayor of the city of Houston, Texas, following a runoff election. It said, lesser of two evils. One social media user commented, while another speculated he's still a Democrat, but surely he's better than Sheila Jackson Lee. Said during his speech to supporters, Whitmer told the crowd, great cities solve their problems. We will make this a safer city. We will do it by recruiting more officers, supporting the cops we have, the coalition building with our agencies, etc. Infrastructure will be repaired and fixed, not only streets, but water. Great cities do not boil their water for 2 days. Together we can solve our problems. So, maybe. I mean, he is a tough on crime dude, so.
Yeah. That's the case. Talk is cheap. Action speaks louder than words.
Yeah, very true. Very true. And then we got leaked audio obtained by some dude who shows Democrat Sheila Jackson Lee berating her staffer when she was still a congresswoman, calling them fucking idiots, serve no goddamn purpose. Nobody gives a shit what you're doing, and you ain't doing shit. I don't understand how she's not in prison for insider trading at this point, like many times over.
Well, I can say that for a lot of fucking people.
Not to mention gun grabbing and shit.
But like Daniel said a while ago, who goes from running from, who the fuck goes from Congress to running for mayor? It's a pay cut. And I guess it's just her trying to stay relevant.
It is to some extent, and I think it's because she knew she couldn't get reelected into the Congress, is what it was. And I think another thing had to do with the fact that it's like the same thing here with like state reps and stuff like that. Like you'll see a bunch of like state reps sort of take a down cut and go back to being like a city council person or something like that. That's what it is. So,
just trying to hold on to that power.
Well, that's exactly what it is, and I think for them a lot of the times it is like depending on where you're at, obviously, because some states do have actual term limits on state reps and senators and stuff like that. And I think for a lot of them, it's basically to go and do whatever then, and simply to just again maintain that little grasp on the ring of power is what it is. And then maybe try to run for like mayor or something later on, or maybe try to run for like governor or something down the road, or secretary of state or something like that, maybe.
It's not like they need the money because they go in essentially broke and come out fucking multi-millionaires. It's just power and control.
Yeah, Muffin Top said he had to leave because he was echoing real bad. Chat kept like reverberating or something.
Yeah, I saw that. Or I heard that.
So anyway, back to the other stories here.
He can come in on his phone. It should work because I'm on my phone.
Pissgate. Vivek Ramaswamy has embarrassing bathroom hot mic during X Spaces call. This presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy had an embarrassing hot mic moment during an X Spaces broadcast in front of over 100,000 users when it sounded as if he had been relieving himself in the bathroom after forgetting to hit the mute button on his microphone on his phone. So deemed pissgate by the internet. The moment occurred on X. When X owner Elon Musk explained his decision to allow famed conspiracy theorist Alex Jones back on the platform after a lengthy ban. It was then that Vivek uttered these prophetic words, "Gentlemen, I have to go," and by go, he meant go. As the conversation persisted, what sounded like someone urinating could be heard in the background.
So it's the Pissgate scandal?
Apparently so. And I guess they do have the actual moment that it happened there, which is even funnier.
Yeah, I don't care to hear it, honestly. I don't want to hear someone taking a piss.
I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. But it is funny. It is funny. I'm not surprised knowing this dude, honestly. So
I'd still say he's a fucking snake in the grass, Obama 2.0, because he keeps fucking plagiarizing almost everything Obama said.
Yeah, it's weird. I had you in the background on YouTube. My bad.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
I'm a dangling. I just wanted to watch you so bad. No, that's great. I also don't need to hear that guy in the bathroom.
Yeah. This one I thought was pretty interesting, and this kind of goes back to what I've been saying for a while about the whole like transgenderism thing on here, which is you got San Francisco prostitute says he killed victim who realized he is transgender and wanted a refund. So the prostitute is now facing second-degree murder charges, should be first, obviously, after a man was found dead near Crissy Field in San Francisco, California on November 12th. Officers arrested and charged 20-year-old Leon Butler on November 22nd. Said Butler claimed the 32-year-old Hamzi, never sure I pronounce the person's last name, some foreign national guy, was killed in self-defense during a dispute. The victim apparently had discovered the suspect was transgender and wanted his money refunded. Outlet continued, according to the court documents filed in the U.S. District Court. The incident reportedly unfolded on November night when Butler agreed to a date with everything with that other guy who insisted on taking her to Crissy Field, where Butler was uncomfortable. So the encounter apparently took a dark turn after Butler disclosed her transgender identity following oral sex, prompting the other dude to demand a refund. So basically he got blown and was like, "Wait, you're a dude? Give me my money back." And apparently it escalated from there, and the guy killed the other dude is what it was. So
it's a great prosecution case. Love it.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
Wow.
But again, just goes back to the old phrase of trans women are nothing but con men.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'll pass on all that.
I was gonna say nothing. Nothing. That's a joke, man. I was gonna say nothing.
I can't be bothered with that.
So,
Corey,
yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, there's a lot of motherfuckers that like the feminization of dudes in this country and stuff like that. There's a lot of these people I can easily pass, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, and then of course it's all about the voice. Eventually, is what the whole thing is there. Yeah, people have spoken. Elon Musk reinstates X account belonging to Alex Jones.
Yeah.
So
which I have immediately followed this afternoon.
Has he started posting, or is he kind of quiet?
Oh, yeah. No, he's been posting links to the InfoWars sites and stuff like that now.
Sweet.
I wouldn't be surprised if the old Tubes makes it part of their TOS, to mention his name or channel.
Yeah,
or website.
No, I feel like he probably generated pretty good cash for YouTube.
This is following a reinstatement. What appears to be Jones' account shared several posts on the timeline profile. Says he joined the platform January 10th, January 2010. AP report continues that Musk who has described himself as free speech absolutist, said that the move was about protecting those rights in response to a user who posted that, quote, permanent account bans are anti-ethical to free speech. I find it hard to disagree with this point, Musk said. Community notes, etc., etc. So the reinstatement happened after former Fox News host Tucker Carlson recently interviewed Jones on his X show for more than an hour and a half. It said, "We're here with the world's most dangerous man, the most censored man in the English language. But honestly, when you get him in front of an outhouse in the woods. He doesn't sound too dangerous, Carlson said during Alex Jones' interview. I watched some of that, by the way. It's actually not bad.
Yeah, I watched a little bit as well.
One of the things I found interesting when Alex Jones was talking about there was how he was mentioning when you look at a lot of this forced diversity we have in this country now is what it is. It's mostly like liberal women, 45 or older, with cuck husbands.
Yeah.
So, he's not wrong about that because those are a lot of the MDA types too, for that matter. It's the same crowd. Yeah. Same crowd always bitching about abortion on demand without consequence as well, for that matter. And then they get the younger women involved in it too as well, for that matter. So
I just don't believe in, censoring shit because they, are your political opposition or they're on the opposite side of your beliefs or anything like that. The only time someone should be quote unquote censored and booted off a program or a platform is if they're actively calling for violence or death to people, which encompasses violence, but it has to be something very egregious and serious before that would happen. Honestly, a lot of these politicians and actors and stuff should be censored because they're literally calling for violence. I mean, we can go back to several.
So here's one for you. No, go ahead. I'll say.
No, go ahead.
So here's one for you. Obviously, we have had 2 Twitter accounts now for the network because the first one was actually hit with algorithm bannings because of a post I made about a year ago almost, where I literally was talking about the penalty for high treason is death, and just happened to mention a sitting senator at the time who had granted that shit, and they banned me for that.
Yeah,
so, and apparently, if you talk about Eric Soul fucking Chinese spies too much on there, you'll also get banned for that too, because that was another thing they tried to ban me for. So,
well, as long as it's only Chinese spies, we're okay.
Yeah, but I found this one pretty interesting too. This is from one of my actual state reps here in Ohio. He was talking about banned book stuff. Said banned books. Shtick is so stupid. Our schools aren't allowed to screen Goodfellas to second graders. Local library doesn't put it in the kids section either. It doesn't mean it's a banned film. And they have this person talking about a Barnes and Noble having the so-called banned book section, which is nothing more than all the literal fucking trash porn for kids that they have nowadays. It's fucked up, man.
Dude, Harry Potter was in my banned section. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm going to read Harry Potter. So.
Fucked up in general.
Jesus.
I mean, I could see that because honestly, it's like wizardry or whatever.
Yeah, they said it was like a religious thing. And I'm like, all right, he's just casting the spell, guys. Let's calm down.
Yeah, I can see it from like the wizardry.
I wouldn't encompass that in fucking religious or anything like that. It's, more it's fucking make believe.
Yeah, it's just fantasy.
Yeah, it's fantasy. It's fiction. I mean, now some of the shit that is quote unquote in the banned section, like he was showing at Barnes and Nobles, should be fucking banned entirely.
Yeah, I don't understand how they have that, like for a target audience for kids. Like that's so messed up, dude.
Exactly. All they're doing is trying to sexualize kids. They're trying to fucking brainwash kids. I mean, it's so fucking disgusting. I mean, we've covered this almost ad nauseum, but
yeah, you actually hit the nail on the head with that, Corey. Can't Stop the Progress show tonight. I was watching some of that before we started here tonight, and they were actually mentioning it on there because they had, I don't know if it was the Veritas people that were doing it or if it was James O'Keefe people that were doing it, but they had undercover stuff of what was it, Mind Geek people from a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about, I think it was porn that they were talking about, actually, like porn sites or whatever. And they were mentioning how they will cater like weird porno or whatever, like whether it be transgender stuff or gay or bi or whatever the case be, to straight audiences or even, kids that might find the sites or whatever the case be, to see if it actually garners a wide view is what it is there. And it's a way, they specifically say that it's a way to gender confuse kids is what it is there.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're doing it on purpose because if you fuck with the kids, you fuck with the future. If you manipulate the kids, you can manipulate the future. Kids' brains are so fucking malleable. They're like sponges. They soak up every fucking thing. And the older they get, if they are pushed this fucking agenda, constantly just bombardment of it, that by the time they're young adults or even our age, they're fucking just regurgitating what the fucking left wants, and they're on their side, and you're not going to be able to change their mind because that's all they've ever heard, that's all they ever known. So they essentially have, quote unquote, a small army of followers and supporters and voters, and I mean, it's just gonna fuck up everything.
I'm almost afraid that they're trying to breed resistance out of us. Like, I feel like I'm 31 and I have a 2-year-old, and I feel like my boy. I was just telling, I call him R in my videos, but it's my closest friend. He's my best friend. I was telling him, I was like, dude, my son's gonna be like the only one who knows how to cut up a deer. He's gonna be like probably the only hunter out here. Like, we got farmers here, but I'm like, dude, they're all wearing like some of this crap that they're wearing. All this, I'm like, dude, my kid's gonna be like the only outdoorsy guy that can actually shoot a freaking possum with a 22, man.
Yeah, it's literally, it's gonna be a dying art. It kind of is now, but I mean, they want us deaf, dumb, and blind. They want us subservient. They want us to voluntarily give up our rights in place of false security. They want all the power to be bestowed onto the government, and we're just fucking servants. Yeah. It's going to be back to the way it was in the old days, with the government's the king, and we're just the peasants, and we have to ask for everything we want. And if we step out of line, it's to the stockade or it's to the gallows.
Yep.
I won't do it.
Old stock and pillory.
And if that happens, it's going to be a very sad day for America, because everybody that ever has fought for our rights and freedoms, stemming from when the Declaration of Independence, and we won our fucking independence from England and everything, up till now, all the soldiers and all the people that have died to secure our freedoms and our rights, it's all for naught.
Yep.
Well, it's like the same shit people always give Confederacy and Confederate soldiers, even though they were all American soldiers.
Yeah.
Like, they always seem to forget that part of it because they're just dumb and don't even understand history.
It's just an extra line to divide us. It's on purpose.
Yeah, unless you really know how to navigate the internet, it's hard to even find factual information anymore, because they're trying to rewrite history.
Yeah. It's like the same thing with the founding of this country. How a lot of our founding fathers were against Islam. That's why Jefferson had the Quran that Ilhan Omar took her fucking oath on a couple years ago.
That pissed me off.
Rip down the statues and everything, so that way there's nothing to refer to. There's nothing to do but what they tell you. They can't
exactly
for themselves.
Yeah. So I found this one interesting earlier. People were doing a little poll of potential Trump VP picks, and it was J.D. Vance, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Carrie Lake, Byron Donalds, Marjorie Taylor Greene, or Tucker Carlson.
Man, I don't like any of that except for Tucker, honestly.
So here's my biggest problem with that is, so you have J.D. Vance as somebody who needs to stay in the Senate right now. He just got in there, hasn't done a whole lot, but he is what's best for Ohio right now in the U.S. Senate. You got Sarah Sanders, who literally just became governor of Arkansas like a few months ago, and has started to get good shit done there. Carrie Lake, I could see being a potential nominee because of the fact she really isn't in a position of power right now, even though she should be governor of Arizona currently. Byron Donalds needs to stay where he's at and basically be that Florida congressman. Same thing with Marjorie Taylor Greene. She has to be that Georgia congresswoman. Mm-hmm. And then Tucker, I can see Tucker being like a press secretary type maybe or something, but not VP.
I don't think he would make a good VP, but he's, in my opinion, better than anyone on that list, and I'd rather see him than anyone on that list besides maybe Kerry. But
Yeah.
why does
Well, I could
Marjorie
even see
Taylor
either
Greene's
one of those
picture
being
look
like
like
flip
a
floppy
fucking?
too. Like it'd be like him and Tucker, and then like Kerry is the press secretary or something like that. Is what it'd be then.
I don't like that whole list. Period. I think it's kind of a junk list. I think it could be better. Honestly,
Yeah, probably. It probably could be.
But why
I
does
think I think honestly they're just coming up with people right now who are like known entities. Is what it is.
yeah, I could see that.
Because you could obviously say like you could throw Chrissy Noman's name in that list as well. Like,
It would almost be cool to have
VP.
Ramaswamy in there, man.
I don't like him.
Pretty well spoken. Well, I don't know. I think he'd be good. I think I'd rather have him than freaking Biden and all them if they get rid of Trump or he has a quote unquote accident.
He's definitely talking a good game. I'll admit that. He's saying a lot of the right things. He is all intents and purposes on our side, but he's also plagiarizing fucking Obama almost to the T. I mean, he might change up the words to his own words, but
I agree with that. But I do like the fact that he's a businessman just like Trump, and I think that they hate that a man that can actually go out and make his fortune with capitalism, and they're trying to get rid of that.
Yeah, but he just like Trump, and this is what I don't like about Trump. He's part of Big Pharma.
Yeah.
And I can't stand Big Pharma.
Same.
I agree, but man, you got to swim with the fish, and if you got to eat that fish to get bigger, son, you got to hop in that pond.
My biggest personal problem with Vivek is we had a governor's race here in Ohio in 2022. He could have easily primaried Mike DeWine single-handedly. He could have been like, Renacci, get the fuck out of here. Everybody else get the fuck out of here. I'm taking out DeWine's ass in the primaries, and I'm taking the fucking governorship.
Yeah, I mean, he should at least start.
And then taking that over the last 6 to 10 months now and run on that platform of, hey, I'm the governor of Ohio. We're getting shit done to fucking state level that I'm going to do the fucking federal level as president.
I agree. He should have started from essentially like bottom rung. You could say governor. I mean, there's other lower than that he could have started, but start as governor, prove he's not just all talk, and then worked his way up the ladder into, Congress, Senate, state, whatever. Just worked his way up to the presidency instead of just fucking pulling Obama, being a nobody with no experience and trying to run for presidency. It's asinine.
And honestly, he could have also done something where he just became governor here for 4 years until 2026, had Trump or whoever else be the president at that point for another term there, and literally, favor on this dude for like a cycle is what it is. And he just runs for president for 2 years is what it is then from 2026 to 2028 then.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird though that I don't know how I feel about like wanting like a green senator or a green governor. Like I want to see what they can do. I don't, I'm a little bit nervous about that. I don't know. I just don't like that. I'd rather have somebody who's been established for a year plus.
Well, the problem is, okay, so here's the issue with that, right? You have people who are established, but again, we go back to where I'm at here in Ohio with Mike DeWine. This motherfucker has been in a position of political power since 1976, 9 years before I was born. The only time he took off was a 2-year time span or something like that between the time he lost a re-election for Congress or Senate, and then he spent some time with his wife and like grandkids or whatever the case be, and then he became the AG of Ohio, and then he's been back in power ever since it is, and that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I don't like that either. At some point, that's just too long. I mean, for governor stuff, maybe 6 to 8 years. There's term limits that have to be set somewhere. I think that's
there's term limits everything. The issue is that it's like it doesn't matter because you keep running for office and different things. It's like Corey and I were talking about when you're gone for a couple minutes, how you'll have these people who here in Ohio they used to be state reps and now they're fucking Cleveland City Council people and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And then they're going to try to run for state senate or something like that another year or two from now is what it will be. Or in the same vein of things, like we're supposed to have quote unquote term limits here in Ohio on both sides of our fucking state house and state senate is what it is there. Yet every 8 years, you got, or actually not even every year, every 6 to 8 years is what it is. You have a bunch of fucking assholes, both Republican and Democrat, and that's why I hate them both for that matter. They will fucking flip-flop the General Assembly just to not term out is what it is. And they are the same assholes, like your fucking Cecil Thomas types, who will sit there and suck Moms Man Action's dick and push for gun control and everything else, disarmament, all this bullshit. And I'm so fucking sick of it.
We just need to go out on what's his name, Daniel's, his big ass acreage or whatever. Just start a community and just tell everybody to go fuck themselves.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
speaking of
you
that,
come wake
Daniel,
up.
did you ever get that worked out? Or is it still in fucking limbo?
Dude, how nice would that be? You have 500 families all on the same page, all working the same goal. That'd be amazing. That would be
Yeah,
freaking
but that's way too many, because
Well,
you would have to have some kind of system in place to basically vet who you want in there, because you definitely don't want to get the wrong person in there, like a Roland type or,
Well, currently we coexist with 7 families, and that's our mag, and it's working well. But
we also just moved to Argentina. That's the next story here is we got remarkable. In his first act, newly sworn-in president of Argentina, Javier Milei, signs an executive order reducing Argentina's government from 21 departments, or different chambers of what it is there, to 9, a major reduction in bureaucracy and overhead.
Oh, good for that guy.
And specifically, a bunch of the stuff that he got rid of here was in this other post here, which is... Yeah, reportedly, first decree, this is 18 to 9 there, but it was actually 21 to 9. So previously promised to eliminate culture, environment, women, and science and technology ministries. Says during his inauguration, he warned of short-term pain. So there's no money. We know that. In the short term, the situation will worsen, but soon we will see the fruits of our efforts, having created the base for solid and sustainable growth. And yeah, that's him just being like, fuck all your woke ass bullshit. Get the fuck out of here with this shit.
Yeah. Good for that guy, man. Good for that guy.
So out. So skirty out.
Wasted money on crap that ought not to be.
Yeah. I mean, I can't blame the guy for running around with a chainsaw at random protests and stuff like that.
I encourage it now.
So, I mean, that's definitely some founding fathers energy right there, man.
Yeah, I dig it. Man, it's so sad that you have to be like that bold to wake up these stupid idiots that are just so conditioned anymore.
So apparently this was a real-time reaction of people actually seeing Alex Jones' account today go from being suspended to actually back on X.
Is it audio or no? Oh, yeah. That's good.
That looks like a bar of some kind.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Obviously, I have to vet some of this stuff because there's like a lot of fighting in here for some reason. So
I dig that.
Can't obviously
show that. That's kind of sad that people are that excited. Fighting. They just know it's bullshit, man.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's unfortunate that you have people being.
With so many people that
stupid
know
motherfuckers. And of course, you got this dude here asking, would people be willing to vote for a Rock/Oprah presidential ticket?
Oh, God, no.
Hell no. And I'll tell you why. Oprah's a pedophile. I know that for a fact. The Rock is a piece of shit, too. And a cuck-ass bitch.
Not only that, there's also rumors that he is as well, because he did a fucking SNL skit around that topic. I'm trying not to say too much because I don't know what you want on your chat and that, as well as TOS and everything.
You're saying he's a literal child molester, is what you're telling me.
Oh, this is my shock face. I'm so shocked. Speaking of that, that was after that Hawaii fire deal. Did you guys go paint your roofs blue? Did you see China did that on a bunch of their stuff? That's kind of crazy.
Oh, nice. With Alex Jones' reinstatement, people are bringing up the old him versus good old dipshit Pierce Morgan, who actually called out last night on X because he's a fucking scumbag. I almost went full 1776 on his ass on that one, but I decided against that because Alex did a good enough job for me on that back in the day. He was talking about 1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it has to, otherwise we're fucked.
Yeah, and then of course he was in that interview about that part right there, about 11 minutes, and he was talking about the difference between what's actually used in killings, and it was like more knives and bats and fists and feet and everything else like that than actual guns.
Oh yeah, he looks really
But
young.
that's the problem with stupid people. There is what it is. I mean, it makes sense given the fact that was 10 plus years ago. I think now, or no, was it 10 years? Yeah, it was probably about 10 years ago or so, because it was right. I think it was right after Sandy Hook, if I'm not mistaken. So it would have been 2012, 13, someplace in there. So
It's pretty well.
Not surprising.
Speaking of, hey, you know what? Back in the day, that was like when ARs were expensive and stuff. I just seen a guy roll up with a coyote, and he had an SKS with a red dot on. I was like, oh, look at this guy, freaking tactical. I just thought that was cool. Threw that in there. Took a coyote with a red dot. What a man.
So I was trying to figure out what this chick was talking about here. It's some book.
Cats are bad this year. Y'all got a bunch of coyotes increased out there. There's not enough hunters to take care of anything anymore.
Yeah, that's an
That's
issue.
a problem, big time. They took out 2 of my family's cows, and they had to move them out of the pasture. They're like, "Can you guys take care of these?" I'm like, "Oh fuck, man, you're like 3 hours away."
Let's see, we got Texas police found the killer of 16-year-old cheerleader Elizabeth Medina. Her killer is an illegal alien named Rafael Garriva Ramiro. Body of Liz was found by her mother in the bath on December 5th in a small town of Edna, Texas, not far from the border.
What a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. And a lot of these motherfuckers look exactly like that, or they're even worse. They got the MS-13 tattoos all over their faces and shit.
Yeah, and they'll get sent, they'll get deported, and they'll just come back. Like that one guy who killed somebody, he was here like 5 fucking times. It's ridiculous, man.
So like that, I've said before, there's this video of the guy in an interview or in a debate kind of setting, and he asks the panelists, at what point do we get to use our guns? And people start laughing. He goes, "No, I'm serious."
Yeah,
It's a valid question.
Yeah, I think that point's coming closer and closer by the day at this point, honestly.
Yeah, I seen a deal where this gal, she was in a border town. It was an old lady, and she had like a 38 special, and she said like 16 people were trying to break into her house. I'm like, holy shit, Grandma, you better get something other than 38. But dude, you got 16 people trying to break into your house. I'm sorry, they're gonna be dead. Operation Peachtree in effect. They're going in the ground. They're putting a fucking peach tree on them.
Yeah, just like that.
There's actually a story I heard just the other day where there's this guy that just bought some land down by the border in California, and it's kind of close by where the illegals tend to cross. Nobody will help him. He's actually been told just to let him cross your land.
Nope, I'm good. Paint that post purple and keep them the fuck out.
But it's California, so if you try to defend yourself or your property or your whatever, you're liable to go to fucking prison yourself.
Yeah, I got a backhoe and I got a lot of coyote holes to kick them in. We'll be all right.
If you guys remember, there was that one video that came out back in 2020. I want to say it was either Oregon or Washington State, where it was a whole bunch of there was a whole bunch of fires going on there because it was all arson from Antifa and BLM and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you had one dude that literally, well, a bunch of them put up signs about, you loot, we shoot kind of stuff is what it is there. And there was one that specifically was saying how, I'm trying to remember what the hell it said now. Something about if we find you, we will not call your family. We have a backhoe, etc., etc. And I'm just like, damn. So they're just playing the big backhoe game, apparently.
They're just going to take care of it themselves, all right?
Yeah, and then it was like, at the end of it was like bang, bang or something like that. It's like, okay, then.
I like that.
Works for me, I guess. This one I thought was pretty interesting, going back to Argentina for a minute. You had the ex-vice president of Argentina, Cristina Kirchner, gives the middle finger to Javier's supporters on her exit from office today.
That's cute.
So literal socialist cunt giving the finger to actual real patriots in that country is what it is.
Good. Get
Makes
that
sense,
crap out of here, man.
This one's kind of fucked up, actually, going back to the whole, what was that South Park thing? Make them gay, turn them black, whatever it was.
Make them gay. Make them put a chick in it, make her lame and gay.
Yeah, Netflix accused of race swapping after replacing investigators who took down Purdue Pharma during opioid crisis with a fictional black woman. So it was literally 2 or 3 white people, and it's being replaced by a fictional black chick.
Oh, God. Come on, people, really?
Wow.
How desperate do you got to be try and be this woke anymore?
There's apparently a video going around of Angelina Jolie when she was 23 explaining her Illuminati ritual to friends and how she basically got fame and fortune because of that. And it's a literal picture of her as a vampire, which makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if that was legit at this point, honestly, if some of these people were fucking vampires.
Yeah, I could see it.
Or some variant thereof.
I don't know, man. There's so much fucked up shit going on anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're honestly just living in Supernatural at this point in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, man.
Just all a matter of time before the Crossroads Demon deals become legit and everything else like that.
Yeah, no shit, man. We need that Black and Paul right now. I need that trunk full of goodies.
All right, let's see here.
Didn't he, speaking of that, wouldn't the guy who played Sam, he's supposed to be like the new Walker, Texas Ranger or something. What the hell happened to that?
As far as I'm aware, it was still on there.
No, really? Oh, I need to check that out. I didn't know it was out yet.
Okay, so here's a thing from about Alex Jones here, which was November 20th, 2022. Elon Musk says Alex Jones will remain banned for his Sandy Hook comments. November 29th, 2023. Elon tells advertisers to go fuck themselves. December 10th, 2023, Elon reinstates Alex Jones' account. If Elon wasn't clear on November 29th, it's extremely clear now. Advertisers won't be allowed to control the narrative on X, and they aren't okay with that. They can go fuck themselves. Free speech wins.
Good, dude. I love that.
Mr. Jones and me.
Spit in their face, dude.
Yeah.
I'm kind of afraid he might be controlled opposition, though.
Elon or Jones?
Elon.
Yeah, I mean, Alex did say he was
possibly
the Antichrist and shit. So I mean, it all depends. I don't know.
I know, dude. I'm not on board for that freaking brain stuff he's working on.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool. Like, I don't know. I remember as a kid watching that show Exo Squad. I wouldn't mind having like an exoskeleton, but I'm not so sure I'd want it to be like hooked to my brain directly is what it is. Like,
yeah, they did that on South Park where like Alec Baldwin or whatever. He's like, I don't have gay thoughts. My thumbs do gay texts. So they had like shitter and it was like in their head. And him and Cartman were like the only 2 people that had it. And you could just hear their crappy thoughts all the time. It went to all their posting sites and everything. I'm like, dude, I have fucked up thoughts sometimes. I'm a crazy dude. I don't want everybody hearing that. Come on now. That's crazy. I'm not on board for that.
As far as all that shit, in my opinion, like the whole advancement of technology, AI, that crap you're talking about needs to stop.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get into a can of worms we can't handle.
Well,
we already are with the fucking AI.
Yeah, we've been for like a couple decades now very close to the singularity moment, which is basically where you have robot/AI tech and humanity at the same level, and all of a sudden the shit becomes more advanced than us is what it is.
Yeah, they've been talking to each other.
Like it's been like this kind of for a while now, and then it's up to here now, kind of. Now it's going to be pretty much here pretty soon. It's like,
I know. It's scary.
We're getting real close to fucking Judgment Day and Skynet becoming a reality, I think, and it's not a good thing at all.
It's really scary.
I mean, hell, you had that self-healing metal the other day.
Yeah, I seen that. That was crazy
as fuck. And I think that was supposed to be a real piece of metal too. I'm not sure it was like a known like new metal or anything. That thing was just some random metal they figured out.
Yeah, it was weird. They figured out it could regenerate itself. That was freaking sweet.
And it's like, yeah, that's some fucking T-1000 shit right there.
Yeah.
So
none of it's ever going to be used for good. It's always going to be used for nefarious reasons.
Oh yeah, the military is going to scoop it up and do all kinds of crazy shit with it.
And we got this one. An angry mob of pro-Palestinians intentionally marched through a large Jewish community, screaming death threats So this is not 1938 Berlin, Germany. This is 2023 Los Angeles, California, America.
Dude, the Jews buying their first firearm has went up so much in the last 2 months. It's crazy.
I know. Corey and I talked about it a couple weeks ago. It was one of the local places down here in Columbus, and it was the guy talking about how there was a bunch of people coming in there for classes and everything else like that. And they're like, "How many are Jewish people?" And he's like, "A fuck ton."
Good.
Yeah.
I'd rather everybody have one at minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the security team for our church because our church is kind of set up like that one down in Texas where that guy came in.
Uh-huh.
And dude, we have so many like grandmas picking up guns now, and I'm like, dude, I don't blame you. You get robbed at like just going to the store or whatever anymore.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad they're packing.
Yep. I think should be. I don't remember what country it was, but there's some country where it's like mandatory that there's a gun in every household. I mean, you can have more, obviously, but you have to at least have
Switzerland.
one.
Yeah, Switzerland, because they're all standing army. They all have to be a marksman.
They also had
12.
They also had a lot of females there that were like teenage girls who would ride around on bikes with some kind of AK variant on their backs. Is what it was.
Hey man, that'd be amazing.
I'm all for that. Make that shit.
They have the lowest crime rate too because everybody's a marksman at age 12. So. Wow, that's weird.
Here's the actual video of the ex-vice president of Argentina flipping people off.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Fuck all you Javier fans."
She's all pissed off.
Yeah, I think it's because she's about to be arrested on a whole bunch of fucking high treason crimes in that country.
You know, I'm actually surprised when you have someone like that that's in power of a country, especially that type of country, that they never put something in place to where they never lose power.
Yeah, I mean that's what they kind of did over in what's that one country? There's one of these countries, and I forget where. It's not India, but it's like one of the ones close to them. It's like one of those island nations or whatever. And it was a family who have basically taken over a bunch of seats there. They've had gas shortages and a bunch of other stuff, and then they also, I think it was either the beginning of this year, or in the last year, one of those two, where they had a whole bunch of people rise up and start arsoning their houses and stuff like that. Because they weren't out of power so badly.
Good. Get them out of there.
And yeah, it was just bad news all the way around there.
Bad Leroy Brown.
Yeah.
Man, guys, we're about to see some historic shit in the next couple of years. It's going to be pretty
not in the next couple of years, next 6 to 8 months, I believe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised in the least if something popped up by summer next year.
Dude, I'd rather it happen for me, but I also want to be around for the kid when he's growing up. But I don't want him to do it. I don't want him to deal with it.
Hana said before, I'd rather it happen in my lifetime and not my kids, so they have to go fight. I'd rather do the fight myself to secure a freer future for my kid and our nation's children.
Yeah, this is actually a good one I found here. Just researching X stuff. It says, create your own happiness. So they're outside in the snow. Dude making his own DJ table.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's fog machine in it. That's cool.
Yeah, some dude blowing the fucking fog. It's just funny. All right, let's see what we got here. We got Donald Trump seeking revenge against Biden political enemies, telling them to, quote, be very careful after they opened up a Pandora's box by indicting him. Yep, very, very true. Very, very true.
Man, he's on so many court cases and everything. They're all the gag orders and shit. That is such bullshit. How can you do that?
Didn't he actually suspend that to where he could start?
They did, and then they apparently went off again is what it was. So I actually saw this video here earlier tonight, and apparently this guy here was supposed to be like an Uber Eats driver or something, and the girl caught him eating her food instead of delivering it to her.
What a dick, dude.
Which kind of makes me wonder if that didn't happen that night with Honda on that 24-hour chat.
Maybe.
Because I can totally see that. I can totally see that being the thing. Because the guy, like, he was getting that McDonald's or whatever, and the guy was like, okay, I'll bring it to you. And then, like, went past his house and then went back around or whatever the case be, and then never brought the shit.
He was like, oh, man, that looks so good. I got to nom that down.
Yeah.
That's so gross, McDonald's. I haven't eaten McDonald's in years.
Yeah, I haven't eaten it. since 2014 or so, give or take.
I don't like that crap.
Yeah, it's all chemical-based shit.
They're
at
on
this
what,
point.
like the WEF or whatever. They're saying they want the West to reduce our meat consumption by like 50% this year, and they're gonna raise prices. They're gonna have all these avian flus and crap. They're talking like $10 a pound freaking hamburger, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. This is actually probably one of the best interviews I've seen in the last few years now. And it was Raven Simone talking to Oprah some years back now. I'm not sure how long ago this was. It was a few years now.
She wishes she was Oprah.
And she was talking about how, because Oprah was talking about being an American or whatever, and like African Americans and stuff like that. And Raven's like, nah, bitch, I'm just an American.
Yeah.
I remember when that interview happened.
And that's how she called her out.
Good.
Which is true. She is an American. I'm an
Reason
African
for that
American.
shit.
They come over from Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandfather-in-law went on a hunt to Africa, and he went with a basketball guy back in the day because he's old, you know. And they were hunting. He's like, man, I'm black, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to be, like, with my family and everything. And he gets over there. He's like, oh, my God. He's like, these are not my people. It's just, it was a culture shock to him. Like, he didn't realize that dude, you're probably, what, 4, 5, 6 generations past this.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, wow, I am so sorry. I'll shut the hell up. I'm like,
this dude here was talking about January 6th prisoners, said Biden's a merciless dictator. Democrat prison guards handcuff a January 6th political prisoner and hit him in the face over 35 times, knocking out 4 of his teeth, blackening both his eyes, and cutting his mouth open. Not surprising. I'm assuming that'll happen. Allegedly. I'm going to say that. Allegedly, YouTube, because, you know, we don't need to get a fucking channel strike. Here's what it is. Allegedly, all that happened, but yeah, we don't know what happened. Yeah, just crazy shit.
The abuse of power is just fucking unreal anymore.
This one's interesting, actually. Okay, so it was over 5 years that Alex Jones was banned off of Twitter/X there, by the way, for those interested. We had this one. This was back when Jesse Ventura had the conspiracy theory show. It said 2009 clip of Alex Jones warning the world of medical tyranny. Said Alex Jones is welcome back on X after being banned on the platform 1,921 days over 5 years. Yeah, and it was him talking about medical tyranny. Actually, it was interesting. I remember watching that conspiracy theory show with Ventura, and what they had was things that were basically giant Tupperware containers that were legitimately like these big black coffin things that you could fit an entire household into of like 4 or 5 people.
That's what's up.
And what's even more fucked up is that you had a bunch of those being seen on random 18-wheelers around the time of the 2020 lockdowns.
Yeah, I just seen a deal maybe a month and a half or so ago. I seen all the body bags that were supposed to go with those being shipped. Like this one guy was on a FedEx deal, like loading them up with pallets. He was freaked out. But it's like the bags that go in those. It's kind of weird that they're mobilizing those now.
Something I just thought about with the whole Vivek Pissgate thing. Is that his Andrew Yang whipped cream in the guy's mouth moment?
I don't know.
I think it might be.
Could be.
Although I don't think he'd go that far though, because it's just Yang was a fucking ass clown in general. It's an idiot too.
We got a running list of ass clowns running around.
Yeah. All right, let's see here now.
We need more battle cocks.
Yep. Yeah, let's see what this thing says here. It was, if you're wondering why Klaus Schwab is attacking libertarians when we have relatively little power right now, here's why. It's also why we're going to win. It was them talking about Molina there, or Malia, I hope that's the guy's name. So, although I'm not so sure he was really a libertarian, I'm not mistaken, he was labeled himself as like an anarcho-capitalist or something. So,
I didn't see that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. And
it's kind of nice when I go
hunting. After Trump doubles down on his wish to be a, quote, dictator for one day so he can build the wall and drill for oil. Quote, the New York Times said that I want to be a dictator. I didn't say that. I said I want to be a dictator for a day. This is obviously quoting Trump here. Said You know why I wanted to be a dictator? Because I want a wall, right? I want a wall. I want to drill, drill, drill.
Yep, I've seen that.
The problem with that, though, is like, okay, you say for a day, but like, would it really take a day, or would it be more like a couple of weeks at least?
Oh yeah,
And then a couple of weeks leads to a couple of months, and then a couple of months leads to a year or two, and then it just never stops. So, and that's the unfortunate situation we live in ourselves right now. And that's what I've said before. I think we are very, very close, unfortunately, to having that pendulum swing snap event where it swings that final time, snaps apart, everybody gets taken out in the wake, and we are in some kind of fascist dictatorship the left has always talked about.
Yeah.
And
their wet dream.
Voice is what it is there. What's that?
Their wet dream. I think it's close, dude. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
I think
well,
so.
And the thing is, too, I mean, and I'm going to say like this, man, like, it's not the fucking Donald Trumps of the world they got to worry about. It's not the fucking Vivek Ramaswamy's of the world they got to worry about. It's my ass that they got to fucking worry about. It's people like me who have gotten so pissed and so jaded that we would say, you know what? Fuck you all to the wall, bitches.
Amen, dude.
So
I think that, dude, I don't think we're going to have an election. I'm just saying, I think we're either going to be pandemic, we're going to be in a war, or we're going to be locked down by UN.
Yeah,
I
mean, that's why they keep importing all these MAMs, all these military age men.
They're here.
They're training with the shock troops now.
Just like when they had the 7 or 9 the Chinese police stations. They have one here in fucking Nebraska in Omaha. And they're like, oh yeah, they had them. They went to the one in, what was that, like New York or whatever? And it was fucking cleaned out, dude. They got the heads up. They had all the paperwork shredded. They didn't have shit there. They didn't have a computer, nothing. Somebody gave them a heads up before they raided that shit.
Well, of course.
So here's
but they didn't do anything with the rest of them. What the fuck?
Yeah. So here's the work smarter, not harder mentality. So you got these donkeys all jumping over the stick.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. It's actually a pretty smart donkey.
Yeah. And then the other donkey's like, yeah, it's kind of stupid.
He's like, y'all are dumb.
Why are we jumping over the stick, man? So let me just. He's like, I'm thinking about going over now. No, I'm not going to go over like that. Let me just drop this fucking stick and just walk through.
Smart fucking
donkey. It only takes one, and then you can have a couple follow him.
Yep. So, a question on the whole Chinese police stations here illegally. Are the other ones still in operational?
From what I've seen, they've never done nothing with them. I haven't heard shit about it since that one.
So that needs to fall on the American citizens in that area to shut that shit down. Go in there fucking with force.
They're all in Democratic strongholds, man. They're all giving them fucking little special crap, little footholds so they can just keep growing.
Do you hear your point? I mean,
there ain't nobody like me and you there, man. I walk there. I'm like the only motherfucker in cowboy boots if I go to Omaha, okay? I go to the mall or whatever. Everybody's looking at me like I'm fucking bizarre. I'm like, all right, y'all need to settle down.
There was a video coming out from back when the SATs were still 1,600 for perfect scores. And this Asian father found out that his daughter got a 1590. It was like, oh, you got a 1590? Yeah!
Maybe that's why they put them in those areas that they're in. Is because they know they don't have the opposition there.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is, dude.
Okay, so then my point would be that the ones that are in the States, like not just Omaha, but the surrounding towns and cities, the Patriots need to fucking all go there in force.
Dude, I agree, but here's the problem is when you're in a place like that or like New York or whatever, you can lock down so much transportation. I mean, locking down the trucking, like Omaha, almost 80, I don't remember. It's like damn near every railroad track in the world goes, or in the U.S. goes through there. So if they really wanted to cause quite the commotion for moving goods, you blow that up, that is going to take forever to fix, dude.
Yeah. Right.
That's what I'm saying. That is a mess.
The American Patriots need to fucking get on the ball already and shut this shit down.
I was really scared when they were doing all that railroad shit that they were going to pop Omaha, dude.
I think the reason that a lot of it's happening and not being anything done about it is you got stuff like this right here. Unless you're 18, you have to have adult supervision IDs checked at the door. Can't enter Target in the Bronx. Self-checkouts are closed. Everything is behind glass and gates, and receipts are verified by paid armed security.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
A company
Fucking
should not
insane.
have to do that.
No.
Well, it's crazy to think that you're spending a bunch of money on armed security to check people's receipts instead of just being like, no, we're not just going to let you steal shit here. Like, fuck off, children.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just
have the armed security
and actually force general assemblies that put through bullshit ass, stupid ass fucking laws about theft to reverse those laws immediately and prosecute these motherfuckers to the fullest extent of the law is what it is.
Yeah, and then don't let them out the damn next day.
Exactly. Not even next day, it'd be like next 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what the
It's a
fuck?
bail reform.
Like,
And hell,
dude,
there was one
our
guy.
stuff is not like that here. And I mean,
Yeah,
you just going to Walmart, everybody's like half the people are packing. The other
there
half
was
are
one
wearing their hat
guy
sideways and shit.
who
but-
oh, fuck, now I was trying to thought.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, there was one dude who shit, now I totally lost it.
Well, while you're thinking, I'm gonna jump in and say this real quick.
Okay.
It's fine and dandy for me to sit there and say, you know, the Patriots need to stand up and, you know, shut down these Chinese fucking police stations that are illegally on our soil. The problem is, I can say it all day long, you know, they should do it, but in reality, no one wants to be the first person to do so.
No.
Exactly. Well, no, and I've said that before too, Corey. We have a lot of feather throwers. We don't have a lot of tar throwers in this country, unfortunately, anymore.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it's the tar,
Yeah.
it's the people that want to throw tar.
Well,
I'll speak for myself on that one.
here's
That are afraid there's not going to be anybody throwing feathers after us. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, here's the next deal, Corey, is when I was still doing armed security while I was waiting for work comp to quit dicking me around, I actually dropped the case because I had to do a duty belt and a plate carrier, and it was over my 10-pound weight limit, clearly. So I fucked myself there. But when I was doing that, we had 3 terror cells just here in Nebraska then, and that's been about 6 years ago when I was doing that full time. Now I just do it on the side, but that's on top of all this crap. That's just in little dinky fucking Nebraska. I mean, we ain't nothing here compared. I mean, we're whoopty fucking do. We're 3 points, so like we're nothing, you know.
Since I lost my original train of thought on the whole theft and stuff there, but I do remember that thing. Okay, so back, this was August. I'm trying to think what day it was. The 11th, I want to say. Oh, right now, I'm trying to think exactly when the Dayton massacre happened. Here's what it is. Let me go check that real quick, because it would have been about a week after that almost. So that happened on the 4th of August. So it would have been the 10th. That sounds right. I'm asleep in my bedroom and having knocks on my windows and doors and shit. Confused as hell because I get broken out of dead sleep and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And mom's like, there's people outside. And I'm like, what? And like at that point, I'm like, okay, let me grab my gun and go confront what the fuck's going on here is what it is, because you're like trying to beat my windows in. This basically what it sounds like, and my door too. And thankfully they left before that. And then I find the little FBI card on the fucking door, have a talk with these assholes the next day. That was the 11th. So it would have been the 12th was the day I had to talk with them then. So yeah, so they're sitting there talking to me and being like, oh, you know, you said some shit on this video, blah, 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 and like everything else like that. And try to get into it with me of like, I said I was going to do some shit and like, you know, self-incriminate, everything else like that. And I realized after the fact they're trying to make me do a fucking FBI informant is what it is, which I never was and never will be. And they couldn't do because I didn't have, you know, anything was on me is what it was. And I wouldn't self-incriminate on their asses what it is there. So they admit to me that they were legally spying on me for 6 days in this country. And yet, meanwhile, this entire time, about 2.5 hours to the south, I believe is what it is where Columbus area is there for me, you have a fucking terror cell of Islamic terrorism who's been having a mosque down there about a block or two from Ohio State's campus for the last 10, 15 years now. And that entire time, you have at least 100 failed and successful terrorist attacks tied to that fucking mosque. And they didn't do shit to deal with these fucking people.
Yeah.
But yet, because I'm a right-wing fucking patriot guy who actually gives a shit about liberty and the Constitution and everything else like that, I'm a low-hanging fucking fruit that says something. It's like, oh, gotta go fuck with Adam's life now.
How dare you be a patriot, you dirty birdie?
Exactly.
Just goes to show you never talk to the fucking police.
Yeah, well, it was one of those things where it was like threatening my fucking freedom, Corey. So it was either talk with them or
No, I
attempt my handcuffs are on, and it's like fuck that. But here's a good one for you though. In Home Alone in 1990, Kevin spent $19.83 on groceries. Per the Daily Mail, that same cost of groceries now would be a whopping $68.99.
Oh my god, that's really funny.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's terrible, but I'm really glad somebody went back and figured that up today.
Yeah. They did a good one too for those movies. It was some doctor guy who did like the thing of both movies of how many times Harry and Marv got smacked in the head and shit, and how many times they would die in every movie. And it was the first one, I think it was like a handful of times each or whatever. And the second one, I think Marv died like 27 times or something like that.
Oh my god, dude! Home Alone 2 with the bricks and oh my god,
yeah. Like I think the first one he would survive the first hit, and then every hit after would be such like cranial crushing, it would just be instant death.
Oh my god, dude!
So it would be like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it was that he got hit with. He'd be dead like at least 4 or 5 times over from those.
The paint cans and then the big ass fucking metal.
The metal pipe would have killed both of them. The metal pipe falling on them would have killed both of them. The electrocution would have killed Marv a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
You would have had, I believe it was the fall from the big asshole would have killed Marv because he would have gone head first into the fucking concrete,
et
cetera, et cetera. And then Harry would have like broken back and stuff like that from when he fell off that ladder thing and stuff. And
that
wild shit either way.
Watch that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we got. Going back to the whole Switzerland thing there about gun ownership there. We got Switzerland has a stunning high rate of gun ownership. Here's why it doesn't have mass shootings. They don't have the FBI or CIA.
I like that.
True.
Yo, speaking of, did you get your Freedom Seed launcher? You got a new optic on that bad boy yet? Or are you still rocking that other one?
Nah, it's still the same shit.
Shit. It's all good. At least you got it.
Yeah, it's just being able to get stuff right now is a problem. And then actually I do have an update. I was able to talk to Mom today, which is good.
Oh shit, how's she doing?
She's doing better. She finally is eating solid food now.
Oh, that's good.
So they think she's gonna be in the next day or two doing step down from the ICU and potentially being moved to a rehab in a different medical facility then.
That's good.
They're just working out the paperwork and her insurance and stuff like that right now. We're hoping the insurance covers it. Otherwise, I'm about to do a GoFundMe to actually pay for that then. So,
I hear you. Well, hopefully,
which is not going to be fun if I have to.
I tell you what, I'm not real impressed with doctors lately. I think they're just yanking your chain almost anymore.
Well, she's doing good. So.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, brother.
Yep.
So, Leo's here.
Hey.
Leo, what's up, brother?
What up?
You late? You bleeding? But
you got here just in time for the racism, Leo.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, white people anymore.
Because I literally went to the.
That's when I show up.
I was going to say, remember Vivek talking about the great replacement thing? It says, great replacement theory isn't just a theory. U.S. white population declines and Gen Z is now a minority white generation.
Yes.
Yeah. About that time.
The country. We get the country.
The meek will inherit the earth.
Yeah.
Damn, just come right out with
it. Well, you know I don't fucking believe in all that shit.
Yeah. Shot Red and Van Drake, we all gonna take over.
What about me? I mean,
gingers are way down on the minority.
Well, Leo's a ginger too, but
yeah,
I've also got black in my lineage.
That's why
I am related
I'm gonna have
to Shot Red.
Right. That's why I'm gonna have to have Shot Red or Van Drake take the lead because I can't do it.
Because you're a ginger.
I found out recently
Right.
I'm actually 1,494th percent Brazilian.
Like a native of Brazilian or like the
Get that good
European
tan going.
Brazilians, though, you know.
Like one of my great grandfathers fucked some Brazilian chick.
Oh.
As long as you don't fucking start, dressing like the Brazilian bikini volleyball players, we're good.
You know you want to see me in that sexy thong,
No,
Corey.
fuck that.
Carnival.
You get out to the
I'm
beach and you enjoy
too
yourself. All right, Ohio, you do you.
We'll
No, I
give
can
Night
never fit my
Strikes
fat
blue
ass into one
dress.
of those things.
Mm.
I'd tear out of those way too quickly, man. You wouldn't want to see that.
We'll give you Night Strikes blue dress.
Yeah, that got lost in the mail, quote unquote, lost in the
Yeah.
mail. Fuck that.
Oh, he's wearing
He
that,
using
rubbing his
it.
fucking set me all the time is what it is now.
Probably got some stains on it.
Didn't someone send it to him again? Send him another one.
I thought somebody tried to send him two, actually. I don't know what ever happened with that, though.
Or if somebody want to give it to him for Christmas,
Ooh.
I think he's throwing them away.
No, he's just
Probably.
wearing them, putting on lipstick, and went in the dark.
He dresses like what's his face from Silence of the Lambs.
Hell yeah.
He's got a secret well that he keeps Matt in and occasionally and says it puts the lotion on the skin or it gets the hose again.
Hey man,
So
it ain't very
apparently
hard
what
to
did I
dig
walk
banning-
into?
Apparently, they're banning the wearing of ski masks in stores in Philadelphia. I actually noticed something interesting the other day. I
Finally.
went into
God
a pharmacy.
Duh.
I tried to go into a pharmacy to get my medication the other day, and they even said it was no hoodies, no sunglasses, and no hats on. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, dude, security cameras kind of suck. I ain't gonna
And
lie
mind
to
you, this is all in like a small town that would not be an issue. Like it should not be an issue at all.
See, and that's one
So-
thing that fucking infuriates me is how, just so happens it's coincidence that the FBI had this high-powered drone on top of the fucking rioters and shit during the whole Kenosha bullshit and saw Rittenhouse, dome shot, dipshit, and then followed them and whatnot. But yet, that's crystal fucking clear, and you can almost see everything, even though it's kind of far away. But you got security cameras that look like they're stuck in fucking 1980. They're grainy as shit. There's no color, so it's like even like in the 60s when there's no fucking color, and it's just like you're telling me, you can spot shit from however far away going down, but a security camera,
I'll
you
let you
can't
know,
fucking see a clear
the
picture.
civilian security market, they have way better shit than what we have. I've installed some, and they're trash, dude. Like they're almost useless. They're just there because people can see them. If you have to rely on that footage, you're fucked.
It makes no sense. Wow, that just killed the chat.
Sorry, we're all mad lame.
No, sorry.
Leo's like, I wish I didn't
Story
even
here.
fucking join this chat. That was gay.
No, I had to burp. That's why I was silent. I felt it coming, so I was like, "No, get that."
At least the chat wasn't like evolved around cuckolding or something when you walked in. You'd be like, yeah, no.
You gotta roll back to the
That's right.
standard.
Yeah, that's when I come in late on Match Chat.
So, Leo, how many bonus holes do you have?
Man, how many? Oh, well, just for Sunday. Just two.
Oh, well, look at
Yeah,
you.
2 for Sunday.
Staying, keeping it fresh.
Being modest. Every other day of the week, it's like 6.
Very conservative of you.
Right. One hole might close on Mondays or open up. Who knows?
Oh my god, what have we done?
Found a
Ohio?
video of Leo carrying Corey around.
That's funny. Did you see Daniel's comment?
Right? Isn't Corey bigger than me?
Yeah.
So it'll be him carrying me.
Either way, it's funny.
Wait, how tall are you, Corey?
On a good
7'3".
day, I'm 6'4.5".
Yeah, you got me. I'm 6'3", so yeah.
I'm supposed to be about 6'6", 6'7", but I got scoliosis pretty bad.
Damn it, Corey.
I know if I ever have the spinal thing, I'll probably drop an inch.
Yeah, I was
Inch and a
told.
half since I fucked up my back.
Right, if I get that disc removed.
I was told years
Long
ago
live
that
liberty, damn it.
if I had, if they were to lay me on the table and put a rod in my spine and stretched me out, I would gain 4 inches. And at that time, I was standing a good 6'4", almost 6'5". So, 6'6" to 6'8" is generally where I keep saying where I was told by doctors I would be.
Can I get a rod put somewhere else for another 4 inches?
Yeah. Well, supposedly you
Wait,
could
Ohio,
have,
what did you just show?
It was the new
missed the
president
whole
of Argentina saying, "Long live liberty, damn it." Yeah.
With a salute, might add you.
With the salute.
No, there was no Nazi saluting there.
Yo, how's that Poland meats? Is it pretty good? I'm
Yeah,
digging your
they've
hat,
got
by
some
the
good
way.
shit here is what it is. They're my local butcher shop for those interested.
Oh yeah.
They're about.
Are you grass fed or
say how
grain
long.
fed?
I have no fucking clue, man.
Jesus Christ!
I just know that they have
on, and you don't know.
You know,
it's a hat to not
No,
show
you
my really bad balding head underneath right now because it is starting to bald pretty bad right now.
If I had the money, I have a neighbor just, like 2 blocks down the road that I could buy, anywhere from a whole cow, a half a cow, or, a certain section.
Well, you're in Texas. That's quite standard.
I could either have it where it's grain fed the entire time or grass fed and then finished off grain fed or vice versa. It's like you pick it and that's what they'll do, and they'll butcher the cow for you.
That'd be good.
Grass fed always.
No, grass fed tastes like shit. I won't eat steak unless it's fucking within 5 states touching my state.
Going fully back to the Alex Jones women over 45 liberal nuts. We got this old good one, the impeach Trump. He is psycho. While literally wearing pussy hats.
Hey, that'll hide your balding head. Get one of them.
No, because it would still have the front part is what it is there.
Oh yeah, you have to get some more bush down there.
No, I want to have a. If I was gonna wear a hat, it would actually just have a big old dick on
it. You know what? I was gonna get one of those regular pussy hats. Just wear it during the chats.
And I'd just be like, wham! Just slap it with my dildo hat.
I might still buy it. I don't know. I wonder if they still get it on AliExpress or something.
The pussy hats.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they had them on
probably
AliExpress.
That's getting weird.
The chat's always devolve at some point or another. I mean, usually
Leo comes in. We're getting pussy hats and dildo hats, and I talking about beef. I don't know what's happening anymore.
I thought we was having a serious discussion here.
Exactly. So do you prefer grain-fed cattle?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I'm a big fat tactical muffin top. I know my food.
So no grain, no grass at all, just strictly grain.
Dude, my deer are corn fed here, son. That's where it's at. I got my rabbits out under my porch corn fed because I give them corn that I go walk the field for. All right. At the end of the world, I'm eating my squirrels and I'm eating my rabbits out of my yard first. Okay. It's gonna be good. I name them Crock-Pot, Shepherd's Pie, Quesadilla. It's a good time.
So why not grass though?
I don't know. It's just tough a game here. You get a good marble, really good fat mixed in, like a ribeye here. Oh my god. Oh man, I'll smoke you a ribeye from frozen for 3 hours while we're out getting lit, drinking beer, and you'll coom when you eat it. Okay, it's, really it's delicioso.
I was just curious, your take on it.
Oh yeah, the fat makes the fat's where it's at, dude.
Have you ever had any Wagyu or Kobe? It's hard to get true Kobe because Japan doesn't like to unask that shit.
No, I'm poor. I'll never spend that kind of money on a steak. I'd rather spend that money on ammo to train.
If you had the money, would you buy Wagyu? At least once to try it.
No, I still don't think so. I still think that I could spend my money on something better than that.
How about some Salisbury steak?
Definitely not. No.
Yeah. Tube steak covered in gravy.
Oh yeah, that's good shit right there, son.
No, I bet Daniel's had
though.
fucking Wagyu. He's got that fuck you money.
Oh man, I tell you what, smoked hot dogs. I love smoked hot dogs. I call them nibblers because when we're all drinking and stuff, they're so good. I don't know what it is, dude. You just got to smoke your meat, man. My buddy's a Green Mountain dealer. I got a Green Mountain smoker, pellet smoker for half price. I love that. I love that thing.
This is a very accurate meme. Your winter without fossil fuels. Your winter with
did.
fossil fuels.
So I take it, Daniel, you have had Wagyu because by your comment just now.
Daniel's like, I'm buying 2 Teslas now.
Yeah, right. No, I couldn't even tell you what a hot dog tastes like. Tackle muffin.
What?
I can't eat hot dogs.
Oh my god.
I'm highly allergic. It'll kill me.
Well, it's worth it. Get on over here.
No, you better have a couple of EpiPens because my ass is fucking down for the count.
We'll go straight to corn-fed burgers, and you'll be like, "Oh my god, yummy!" Now you get me hungry. Look what you're doing.
Fucking tactical muffins, like fuck it, do it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, die. That's what he's saying. Die, fucking Corey. Eat
No,
a hot
dog,
dog.
you got the EpiPen. You'll be good.
I don't know if you guys saw this. I thought it was pretty interesting. That Benny Johnson guy went to the poorest city he could find in America, and they did a fundraiser to raise money for a Christmas creation thing or whatever to give a bunch of poor kids a nice Christmas.
That's cool.
That is cool.
And it was just everybody and their brother there and stuff, just doing whatever there. And yeah, all the little kids got gifts they wanted and all races, colors, creeds, etc. Got Santa Claus there.
Wait, go back to that Santa
guns.
Claus. That other Santa
Just
Claus
some old
was
dude.
not Santa Claus.
Just some old white guy.
Yeah, it's
Santa
like
Claus.
some Asian dude.
No, it's some old white guy.
All right.
No, it's a white guy. Yeah, you had all kinds of kids there meeting Santa, being happy about meeting Santa, getting gifts.
Man, that Santa ain't corn-fed. He needs to toughen up.
Yeah. Being like, thank you, Santa Claus. It's cute.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There's actually this
good
organization
news.
that overtook a warehouse. I think it was somewhere in Detroit, and turned it into like a Winter Wonderland type thing with Santa's workshop. And they had Santa come in because there's a town close by called Santa Claus, and all the toys in there, which was hundreds upon hundreds of toys, were free. And the kids that would come in, were given a ticket at the entrance, and that ticket would give them their pick at any toy that they wanted, and it would be free. It was kind of like giving back to the community type thing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, if it's at a Korean restaurant, Daniel, they're probably not cooking it. They're probably just searing it, so then the fat's all chewy.
This one's pretty accurate too. We got socialist propaganda then and now. Good old Greta in 1930s.
Dude, what are they seeing that chick?
Hitler Youth.
She's dumber than a box of rocks, man.
She is what was it? Not Asperger's. Or was it Asperger's?
Yeah,
I think it
she
might be
looks like
Asperger's.
yeah.
She's like Asperger's Down syndrome kind of kid or whatever there.
Yeah, she's teetering on Down syndrome a little too hard. Okay.
Yeah. Her
Yeah,
parents,
that's why I feel
parents
it's kinda
definitely
wrong.
did some weird drugs and they were conceiving her as what it was.
I feel it's kind of wrong to make fun of her.
I don't. Fuck
She's
her,
over
man. She
18
put
now,
herself
man.
out in the public. That's her
She's like
problem.
20 years old now. She's fine.
Did she though, or was she forced to by her parents or some other people? And yet she's the same age as Kyle Rittenhouse, so she's
It was
21.
probably like a Daniel Hogg thing where his dad's like, "Oh, my son's so smart." Yeah, you're probably right.
Since we're on that topic of good old dipshit wannabe Hitler hog,
God, I hate him.
you got bulletproof safe rooms developed to protect kids from school shooting inside the United States. You know what else could do that? An armed teacher. And it would cost about a tenth of this fucking goddamn room.
Yeah, dude, my cousin, she's down in Kansas. They let her carry her gun there.
Like that, I mean, that's cool in theory, but like, you know damn well a fucking like actual retractable room like that has got to be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars a piece.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I seen some dude, he did it with a chair and just a regular handle, and it locked it out. And he's like, yeah, we got these chairs everywhere.
Dumb.
I kind of want that. That's kind of cool.
It is cool from the perspective of it's interesting
it's
innovation
a waste
stuff like
of
that.
money.
But at the same time, it's exactly you could easily have like one of those fucking what do you call those things? One of the
I mean, if it's a private school that can afford
the hide a gun things that you throw like the keys on top of whatever there.
Mm-hmm.
You could have like one of those kind of things in a fucking classroom. You just have the teacher have the key to and just toss it up there to like get an AR out of it or something like that and go fucking broke then.
But could you really trust, like a lot of the teachers these days, would you trust with a fucking gun to protect your kids?
I'm not saying the woke ass pedophile teachers, Corey. I'm talking about the actual ones who are properly.
Hey man, if it's like the football coach or the wrestling coach or something, fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or the trap, like here, the trap. We got state trap over here. Fuck yeah, dude. The trap coach. Yeah, I want that guy to have a shotgun. That guy's good as fuck. He's knocking down clays all day long.
Daniel makes a compelling argument. With all the dumb shit our government spends money on, why the fuck not pull out safe rooms?
Oh, I'm sure.
Do they even still have ROTC in high schools anymore?
That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't been in high school in fucking decades.
I didn't hear what you said, Leo.
No, I said, do they even have ROTC in high school anymore?
Depends on the school and the state and everything else like that.
Actually, yes, they do, because a friend of mine I noticed the other day posted pictures of their son in their ROTC attire, and they were promoted or something. I don't know how it ranks in ROTC classes, but at least in that area, yes, they still have ROTC. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's kind of the same rate depending on which ROTC you go to. Air Force would be the same rank, Army, Marines, Navy.
But yeah, they or got promoted, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I think I made it to sergeant first class. I didn't get a chance to make officer.
None of the schools I ever went to had fucking ROTC. And I went to a 5A school my sophomore year, and I don't remember them having a ROTC program either. And the other two were barely classified as a fucking 2A school. They were technically, in my opinion, 1A.
Wow.
Going back to the Purdue Pharma thing, you got John L. Brownlee is a Republican lawyer who took on Purdue Pharma and won. That was the opioid crisis people, by the way. So he is of Appalachian and Scottish descent. So naturally, Netflix turned him into a black woman.
That's pretty great.
Wow. Now I want to see it.
Leo's in.
They actually did the what the hell was it called now? Dope Sick. That series like a year and a half ago or so.
Mm-hmm.
It had oh god, who's that dude in it? Michael Keaton. He was one of the doctors who started sending off the drug or started giving the drugs out to people and not realizing how addicted they actually were, and then got addicted himself to them, and then eventually got recovery and stuff like that, and became like a whole advocate and helped actually them take down the actual drug companies that were behind the shit. And it's fucked up too, because it starts out, it's like this teeny little pill that was like a 20 milligram pill or something like that. And somehow, and this is what's even more fucked up, and this is exactly why the FDA needs to be shut the fuck down at this point, honestly, because you have some of these FDA people that will go out there, give these like whatever things to drug makers when it should be black box labels on them for addiction stuff, which is what they would big pharma there for opioid stuff. And then those same FDA workers 3-4 years later went to work for the Purdue Pharma people is what was there. And it started out as a 20 milligram little pill, and then went to 40 milligrams, and then 80, and then eventually became a 160 milligram fucking bar that was like this big or something.
Yeah.
And all you had to do was go like lick it off and stuff like that, and then wipe it across your fucking skin, and you could get to the actual opioid shit to crush it up and snort it and shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was terrible.
The whole
and
fucking
they were
war
trying to
on
sit there and
drugs
claim
is a giant fucking scam, and it's government made, in my opinion. Not to mention a lot of the shit that comes up through Mexico, especially the fentanyl is coming from China.
Yeah, because I wonder how much like those Xanax bars get you. Like, I know you must be really high off that, because I take a half a pill of a 0.5, and that just does me right. So taking a whole bar.
It just depends on how long you've been taking them, how much of immunity you've kind of built up to it, or your system's been built up to them. I've known people that
flying.
Yeah, I've known people that have taken, a whole bar or a bar and a half and been functioning. I never did.
Line, Bart. Alex Jones is back on Twitter. Yay!
I don't know, man. I could have been on disability taking drugs, but I like stood in place for 13 hours and my back was killing me after that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not taking this shit. The next time I took like half the dose, I was sitting on the toilet for 8 hours and I was almost stuck on there. It was ridiculous.
Did you guys hear about this one? Woman who tried to burn down MLK's childhood home has been identified as decorated Navy veteran.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. How are you going to burn down fucking MLK's childhood home?
Probably to blame it on white people.
Well, as they said here, it was trying to start a race war. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's the exact same shit that, who the fuck's that guy?
Jussie Smollett?
Charles Manson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, back when he had all the fucking his little followers and shit like that. The whole point of them, the whole like kill the pigs thing and everything like that, was about them trying to start race wars. They were trying to blame minorities for doing the shit, and then they were gonna go out there and try to start fucking shit or whatever. Same thing with Smollett too, for that matter. He did the whole, this is mega country, and that's when I knew it was bullshit. Like as soon as the mainstream media was like, and they said this is mega country, and I'm just like, sure.
Right.
They
I was
did.
like, what the fuck? Nah.
Yeah,
he actually went back to jail recently on some. He was trying to get an appeal or something for whatever the hell he got charged with now is what it is, and they were like, "No, bitch, go back to jail for another 2 years now."
Good.
Great.
Now the question is, will that bitch actually face any real justice for trying to burn down MLK's childhood home?
Oh, let me see, because there's a whole article here for it. So let's read the article here in question. Yeah, it says a female military veteran who tried to burn down Martin Luther King Jr.'s childhood home by pouring gasoline over the front porch has been identified. Lanisha Henderson, 26, has been pictured for the first time since she was prevented from torching the historic building by tourists visiting the landmark. Said decorated Navy veteran from Brandon, Florida, has been charged with attempted arson and interfering with government property over the incident following her arrest on Thursday. She has also been seen trying to yank the screen door off the front property, which was built in 1895 in MLK Jr.'s home until he was 12 years old. She was prevented from setting the Atlanta home ablaze by bystanders who saw her dousing the property's windows in gasoline. So Henderson's Facebook page states she is from Atlanta and lives in Tallahassee, Florida. Some high school graduate listed in the Navy for 4 years and was given medals for good conduct, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitute. Said passing tourists intervened once they saw her trying to ignite a lighter on the lawn, with 2 visiting cops from New York ultimately restraining her ass.
Damn. So she didn't actually light it on fire. She was just trying to.
No, she there's video of her actually pouring the gas on the fucking windows and shit like that, and then she was trying to like switch the fucking lighter on or whatever. She couldn't get it lit or whatever then.
I don't want to be a dick, but I like all the thing about like the historic building, and then they're like, she was opening the screen door. I'm like, bitch, what? Historic building with a screen door? Come on now.
Well, it's because it's an actual historic landmark. Yeah, it's a historic landmark. It was the actual house.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Would that
it's like the exact same thing as the Christmas Story house up in Cleveland there. Like that
Don't be lighting my Christmas Story house on fire. I'll smoke that bitch.
Yeah, they actually had a new guy buy that recently.
Would that not be like attempted breaking and entering as well?
You would think it would be, but the fact that it's like open to tourism, I'm not sure. But then again, it does say later on in the article here that it was supposedly under renovation until 2025. So maybe it would be B&E then.
Well, it probably would be trespassing, maybe.
Yeah, at least.
Just like a meth head breaking into
unlawful
a building like that,
or something.
still copper.
I mean, it still should be breaking and entering, though. Yeah,
it should be.
Because now, if the door was left open and she went in, then that would have been trespassing. Yeah. But they probably not going to go charging for that. They probably going to try to charge it for like the arson or attempt the arson, or probably both. Try to combine it. Try to combine a B&E and a.
So apparently, Kanye West is quietly developing his own news channel.
Oh my god!
I assume it will be called the Anti-Semite Channel.
That dude's gone fucking straight out of left field.
Well, it makes sense if it's like the third or fourth Kanye West.
This is
true.
And
reset him again.
Well, no, I don't know if you guys saw that video. There's a video that went around a couple weeks ago. It was I forget what rapper guy it was, but he was talking about some other rapper dude, and he was saying about how it's kind of like the movie The Island, where they like switch him out with other people and stuff like that. And he's like it's like Little Weezy or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I love Little Weezy 2.0 and stuff. He's so much better than 1.0. And they're like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, that's his fucking clone, man. So. Yeah, it would make sense, honestly, and it truthfully, it does make sense when you see some of these people how they like change their tune real quick, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would make a lot of sense if it was just like, no, you get like Island or whatever, and you have the clone come over and take over. That's what it is then, or like something like Multiplicity, where you have like a clone of a clone, like, just a dumb motherfucker or whatever.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, the tattoo that doesn't exist anymore, or whatever.
That and he looked that the picture that they do the side by side with, he looks a lot paler.
Mm-hmm.
He's not as dark as we all know him to be.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit with a lot of those places.
And I also saw something the other day. It was an interview with, I don't remember who it was off the hand, but I know Kevin Hart was there too. And I think they were talking about something with like Illuminati and different stuff like that. And you can see what's his face going like, don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. And they're like, oh, we can't talk about that. And you're like, no.
I'm gonna.
So, I believe that shit exists to an extent. Maybe not the whole.
It was like Skin or something. I don't remember what it was called, but like it was like a really high end place, and like these really rich people were going in there. And it was like, hey, you can download your conscious into whatever body you want, and then you can leave. That's some freaky shit, dude.
Just like the CIA bitch talking about the masks, how the mask technology has developed so much that you can look like anyone you want.
Yeah, it's creepy.
I'm already ugly enough. I don't need to change anymore.
Apparently, it's been a year since the Briscoe brothers' last match before Jay Briscoe's death. It's kind of sad, actually. That was a tragic end. He had for those who don't know, he was involved in a car crash last year. His daughter, who was in the back seat, actually survived. He did not, and it was a head-on collision then. So, very sad. Also, apparently throwing cheese on babies' heads is now a thing.
Yeah, it is. I've been seeing that. That's funny. We did that to my baby, and it didn't work. He was just like, "Get this off." All right. It's funny. Some of them freak out really bad, though. It's great.
Yeah, the other ones are just like, "What the hell, bro?"
Yeah, they're like, "All right, settle down. The cheese goes on the sandwich, Dad." And I'm like, "My bad, son."
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that one. I don't know how much we can actually talk about this, so we're just gonna layman's terms this shit. Apparently, the debate the other day, there was at least 8 minutes of censored footage, and it was because Vivek was talking about Trump's Operation Warp Speed and the good old jibby jabs.
Can't be doing
I
that.
saw that, and I also saw the footage that got cut out.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of makes
the
sense
footage
why
right
they
here, which
cut
I'm
it
not
out.
gonna show just because I don't want to be a fucking channel strike.
Yeah.
If we were on Rumble, that'd be a different story, but we're not. So, unfortunately,
Need to do an exclusive Rumble 20-minuter.
Hey, Adam, are you messing with Daniel's balls?
Yeah, he's freaking out about it. I was like, I seen it too. It freaked me out. I'm like, what is happening? Is this another Daniel?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. He goes, nah, I think Ohio is messing with my balls. Are you messing with his balls?
No, I don't know who, unless it's fucking TC on my channel or something again.
No, it's just how it went from orange to fucking gray.
Yeah,
that is weird. I don't know. I can't do anything about that, man.
Change colors again. Do it, Chameleon Man.
I assume there's 2 Daniels. I don't know.
That's what I said.
You're playing with his balls.
I know fucking TC when he did like 10 different TCs or whatever, it all showed up in different colorations. It was like orange, yellow, green, blue.
Yeah, and that's why I thought maybe it was a troll pretending to be Daniel.
Or something happens when you go out and come back in.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Daniel's clones here. This is Daniel 2.0, guys. We were just talking about this shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Daniel, blink once if you're okay, twice if you need help.
I would 100% agree with this this post here on X, which is every leader associated with the World Economic Forum should be immediately removed from all positions of power and prosecuted for treason.
No, let's just fast track it and behead them.
Julie Inman Grant, Penny Margroft, Nora something or other, Magdalene Anderson, Ian Hingaloo, and I'm not sure who this last bitch is. But yeah, they all need to be dealt with accordingly. Is what it is, dude. And the same thing with all these fucking puppets in America and everything else like that. They're all involved in shit.
Hashtag unalive. He blinked only once. He's good. That's funny.
That's hilarious. The question is it the real Daniel? Since his balls
it's the gray
color.
He can't be trusted.
I don't trust the gray balls. I don't trust gray balls.
If your balls aren't orange, I don't want to have anything to do with them, Daniel.
Exactly.
So going back to what we were talking about very, very early on in the chat, I think this is where we're going to wrap up tonight here, to good old Sheila Jackson-Lee losing the Houston mayor race. Said, sweet old lady just lost her bid to become mayor of Houston. Wonder why she couldn't find support. And I quote from Representative Sheila Jackson-Lee, both of y'all are fuck-ups. It's the worst shit that I could have ever had put together. 2 goddamn big-ass children. Fucking idiots serve no goddamn purpose. That was her saying that shit to her staffers as a congresswoman.
Yeah, I remember her going off on them, and it's like, you're supposed to be, a high member of the government. You're supposed to be a trusted person. You're representing, your district, your constituents and everything. And you're gonna be that fucking unprofessional. It's like, Jesus, no wonder you fucking lost the mayoral race.
Mm-hmm. And spent millions of dollars to do it, apparently. Because from my understanding, it was at least like several $1 million on both sides. Which is exactly when you'd have money taken out of politics and have money caps and everything at this point. Because there is zero reason to have millions of dollars spent on a fucking mayor's race. I don't care what city or state it's in. It's ridiculous.
Next thing you know, Ohio's going to give Daniel the blue balls.
Do it.
No, I only give out Red Balls.
Do it.
Leo, what happened? Did you pass out, bro?
What?
Maybe some green balls.
No, he's talking about taking medicine earlier, and he probably passed out because he took his
He
medicine.
took the other half of that Xanax, and he's toast, huh?
Well, it is getting about that time. It's about 12:30 my time, so.
Bleeding vagina.
And I believe we do go usually on Honda's chats for like anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours, and it's been about an hour and 45 minutes now, so I'm getting a little tired here, and I kind of want to go to sleep for a while. So
You got to do a 24-hour chat.
that's
I'm out.
impossible here. We
I'm
don't
out.
do that shit here. But no, we're
You can hang in the back
If
chat and
anybody has any last minute things to say, go ahead and say them before we go out,
Penis.
and then I'll show you all some
penis,
really creepy shit off air.
Ooh, creepy shit up there.
Queef
I
Meister.
have nothing.
It's stuff
to
I
say.
can't show on air is what it is.
Oh, okay.
So
No.
Daniel says 2 hours. Don't be a pansy.
Nah, I'm good at 145, man.
That's good. We had the emergency chat in.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
be back though. I don't know when the fuck anymore. Probably Thursday for Buckshot. I don't know if I'll do anything before that or not. I might do like a grandstand or something this week. Depends if we actually can get through our damn 2A sanctuary stuff or not in the next couple of days. Here we're supposed to have a vote on the 13th. I don't know if that bitch Jason Stevens will bring it up or not though, but if he does, I'll let you guys know what's up then. But other than that, Thursday for sure, Friday for sure. And then
Poking
maybe
Ehonda
just me
on
fucking around
Tuesday
then
or
is what it is then.
And hopefully
And then
the
if Honda,
Queef Meister.
if Honda's bitch ass actually does come back, we'll be on his channel on Tuesday night. That's what it
God
is.
damn.
I was fixing to say, hopefully the Queefmeister brothers will do a chat because Matt missed his chat yesterday and Honda missed his chat tonight.
They're probably playing Left 4 Dead again.
No, I think Honda legitimately passed out, honestly, because I know he's having some issues and stuff lately, and it's makes sense for him to finally catch up on sleep is what it is then. So I'm not going to really give him shit for that. I've done that myself several times here in the last week or two, and it's mostly just me passing out is what it is. So just probably I'll do here in a little bit then. So anyway,
Yeah, no, I know he's been working a lot and everything.
It's been a good one.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to make that money
Fantastic.
somehow, man. He's got to go make that lot lizard cash as he can, you know.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got to bust out that
That's what
bonus
my
hole
income
and let it ride.
Yeah.
So,
Hopefully he can make his money the right way and doesn't need to break out his old hooker bag and go back to hooking again. Later, guys.
Honda just moved up a
Oh, that's fucking funny
Oh,
shit.
yeah, I
Alright.
saw that shit.
Honda's gonna
Alright, that's
fucking
what
want to
we're
kick
doing,
our
man.
asses.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well,
Love you, Honda.
have a good one, y'all.
Yeah, peace out, guys.
Be back for Honda's shit on Tuesday. Later, y'all.
Yeah. Later, Dave.